Hey everybody, T-Boggle here. So yeah, I just wanted to make another video here. Today we're going to be kind of explaining how to do Guardians of the Rift and just kind of walking through that. Surprisingly, a lot of people didn't really know how it worked or just didn't really know of it, so I figured, like, why not just go through and do some. I also wanted to give a little update from the last video. A lot of people were asking me about my graceful outfit. So I did end up losing it, and that was in the wilderness, level 40. So I was doing the task for the easy diary, just to pull the lever to enter the King Black Dragon lair, and a lot of people were thinking like, oh, well, you might be able to pick it up in Lumbridge. Normally, yes, but unfortunately, I didn't really know what the King Black Dragon lair was or anything. I was just doing the tasks, and I'm not really much of a PVMer, so I didn't know that. So I pulled the lever, I went into the lair, and then I just got, like, the fight started and I got freaked out. So I pulled the lever to leave, and the second that I left, when I spawned back in the wilderness, that's when I took the 30 and the 40 damage and just got wiped out. So unfortunately, I was in level 40 wilderness and I did lose it. I checked death, his coffer and everything, and it wasn't there. All my other stuff was there, so that was cool. But yeah, I lost the graceful. That's okay though. I did end up grinding it out to get it back. The links I think are in my channel description or whatever, but I do some streaming and stuff on, I think, Kick or Twitch usually. I'm kind of like figuring those out and seeing which one really works. Kick is pretty neat, but I think Twitch has some clipping stuff, so I might go with that. But you can check out either of those and subscribe if you're interested. That's usually where I think I'm gonna post like my more grindy stuff if you want to like hang out while we grind out some levels, or do like something that doesn't really have any conversation worthy things, like, we'll just kind of like sit, hang out, maybe do some mining for money or something like that. But that's more like the stream stuff. And then for YouTube, I'll just have like more talkative videos or like instructions or tutorials or whatever. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the update with the outfit. I did end up getting it back. I grinded it out. I was streaming on Kick for a little while. But yeah, so that's about it. Let's get into some Guardians of the Rift. All right. Hey everybody. Yeah, so welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out some Guardians of the Rift. So I'm going to give you some tips on what you're going to want to start with, kind of having your inventory, and how to get there, what the requirements are for the to start it and to play the game and everything. So yeah. First off, so Guardians of the Rift, for anyone that doesn't know, is a game mode. It's kind of like a mini game that you can play, and and basically it's just like a way to kind of get rune crafting experience points. There's some rewards that you can get, which includes a boost to the amount of runes that you can produce when you do rune crafting. There's also a couple of teleport tabs that you can earn, and that's all through playing the mini game. So the only like hard requirement for the minigame is you have to complete a quest that is called Temple of the Eye. So you can see down here, right here, Temple of the Eye. So yeah, so you're just going to want to do that first. It's got an interesting storyline. It has you kind of dealing with like the mysteries of runes and like the abyss a little bit and some interesting stuff there. So yeah, once you unlock the game mode, it's available to anybody once you've unlocked it, and it's pretty easy to get to. As you can see here, I was able to get back the full graceful outfit, which is awesome. Per my last video, yeah, I kind of lost it in the wilderness, but got it back. So I grinded that out like hardcore, but we finally got it back. Thanks to the Candor and Diary, Hard Diary, for giving me that additional boost for the graceful tokens. So very happy. Anyway, so what I have here is a lunar staff. You could also use a Drayman staff, that's fine. But basically, the Guardians of the Rift minigame is located at the Wizard's Tower. You're going to go in the basement, and that's where you're going to find the portal to the Guardians of the Rift minigame. Eventually, you can earn through rewards. You might get lucky and get an amulet. I forget what it's called, but it lets you teleport directly to the minigame. So that's pretty sweet. I don't think you can buy it. I'm not sure. But I'll just show you how to get there from the Grand Exchange. If you come up here, we're going to take this shortcut here. And right over here is a fairy ring, so we're going to use that to teleport to the Wizard's Tower. You could just go west of Lumbridge if you wanted to, but I thought this was a little bit faster. You're going to also want a pickaxe. Any pickaxe will do, but you can. There's a bank chest at the Guardians of the Rift minigame, so you don't have to worry about bringing the requirements with you. You can get them in your bank. So we teleport to the Wizard's Tower. We're just going to quickly run to the top here. Looks like somebody's already going into the the basement, so that's cool. Pretty handy. These doors are usually closed. Yeah, so you come down here. You'll see this portal here. That's the portal that we're going to want to access. And that portal only appears after you've finished the quest. So we hop in here, and boom, we are at Guardians of the Rift. So there's the minigame. It's inside there. You got to pass through this barrier to start it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to this bank chest, and we're gonna do the requirements, or the recommended items, I guess. So what I'm gonna recommend for you to use in this minigame. So you need a pickaxe that you can mine with. So any pickaxe where you have the requirements to mine will work. You're going to want a hammer, and you're going to want a chisel. And so you can wield the pickaxe, and that's pretty much it. I recommend either like stamina potions or weight-reducing gear such as Graceful, just so that you can keep running throughout the whole thing and really just not have to stop or walk or slow down your progress or anything like that. So I'm going to switch over to a Guardians of the Rift world, and we'll see if we can get in. All right, and we're back. So we got 95% here. I turned on the entity hider, so we can't really see all the players that are running around here. It's only going to be just another minute here, and then we'll be able to start the minigame. Unfortunately, you kind of have to sit around and just wait until the minigame starts, but that's okay. You only wait like maybe a minute or two. So this is where you're going to get your rewards here. So I don't have any reward points handy right now because I haven't played. But I've searched the Rift 185 times. So I've gotten some pretty decent rewards. So this is going to be your rewards guardian that you search. Here's the bank chest over here, so you can click into it, kind of take out what you need, and all that. Look at that, we're rich, 485k. Not really. I have a bunch of random junk everywhere. And then over here is going to be your shop, so you can talk to Apprentice Felix. This is the Raiments of the Eye set. So that's what you're going to want, is these 4 things here. They cost a ton of Abyssal Pearls, which is the currency that you get from this, and you only get it occasionally, so you got to kind of get lucky. And yeah, so if you buy those 4, it's going to, I think, double the amount of runes that you actually craft whenever you craft runes. So it's pretty solid. It doesn't increase your XP, but it does increase the amount that you get. So yeah, so now that the game is available, we can start. So you have 3 tables here. You have the workbench. You have a table with weak cells, which I don't really mess around with much. And then you have this one. So we're going to take 10 uncharged cells. So in general, Guardians of the Rift, the deal is that this is the Guardian, and you're going to have creatures coming through the rift over there. And they're from the Abyss, and that's not good. So you can take your cells, which we don't have any charged ones, so we're going to talk about charging it later. But you take your cells and you place them here, and that's how you put up these barriers to keep the Guardian safe. And then you can create these other Guardians with charged cells back at the workbench, right in front of them. And then those Guardians are going to start taking on the Abyssal enemies. So basically, it's kind of like a tower defense minigame in a way. And so where we start out here is we come down here. We're going to pop our Dragon Pickaxes special to increase our mining to 99. And we're going to just mine here. So we mine here until the game starts. I usually go up to about 200 Guardian fragments, which is what we're getting from this Guardian here. I did start a little bit late here just to kind of explain, so we might go to like 150. But this is what you're going to eventually turn into runes. So first we start off with the Guardian fragments, then we go to the workbench afterwards, and we're going to craft sort of these like essence blocks, I think they're called. And then you can go to the whatever the active rune altar is, either the elemental or the catalytic at the time. You go up to the Guardian, these Guardians, and then you can enter the rune crafting altar. And when you go into the rune crafting altar, that's where you actually make the runes. And then you can, like if you make a full inventory of runes, you also create these charges that then you can give to the Guardian in the middle, and it'll charge him up, it'll power him up. And so that's this Guardian's power 10% here. You want to get that all the way to 100%, and then once you get to 100%, that's when you're like in a good state to win the game, basically. So yeah, so we are going to, the game started, we're going to wait maybe another, yeah, we'll go to 150-ish, maybe a little bit higher. 200 usually lets you play the whole game without having to mine some more, but I think we're good here. So this game is very running intensive, so it's good to have the graceful outfit or stamina potions with you. Okay, so there's two active ones. There's the fire altar there, and that's the elemental. This is the catalytic one. So we're gonna go to the catalytic one because it's closer and it'll get us a little bit more XP, I think. So now we have these fragments here. We have 24 inventory spaces, so we're gonna craft 24 of these runes. Or no runes at all? What? Oh, that was my fault. Sorry. You're supposed to go to the table first. That was totally my bad. So you go to the workbench, and then you create the Guardian Essence. And then you use these fragments to create Guardian Essence. And as you can see here, we now have a charged cell, because whenever you go to the rune crafting altar, that's how you charge the cell. So now we have a full inventory of Guardian Essence. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to go to the Death Altar. Oh no, I missed it. I just got 65 rune crafting, so I can make death runes now. That's pretty exciting. I was never able to do that before. So anyway, we're going to come back. We're going to try again at this altar and see what happens. So here we go. Crafted. So we crafted 46 cosmic runes and 23 inventory slots, so we get 23 catalytic Guardian stones. So we're going to go over to the Guardian now and offer those Guardian stones up. And then we're going to come over here and place place our cell over there to charge up this barrier. And the barrier is already at 100%, so it didn't really do anything. I'm just going to drop the cosmic runes because I don't really need them. And then we're going to go ahead and do it again. And so it's a pretty repetitive game mode. This is a good time to talk about points. So we just earned 51 catalytic energy points there. That's what determines how many reward points you get at the end of the game. So if I go to the body altar here, that's another catalytic rune. So we're going to craft the runes here. And then we got 24 Guardian stones this time because I had one inventory slot. So again, we're going to power up the Guardian. He's going to take those stones. And then I'm going to go ahead and charge this shield again, just for a little bit of extra points. Normally you want to keep these ones charged, but because there's so many players in this world, it's not usually necessary for us to go all the way over there and waste that running time and the run energy. But if you're in a pinch and people aren't, somebody's not, covering those shields already, then you're going to want to get involved and put your stuff there. So this thing blinking here is a portal. That takes you to something you can mine Guardian Essence instead. But I'm not going to do that because we were already at the table, so it would have been kind of a waste. It's always good to go to the portal. The portal is very important and very beneficial, but sometimes I just like to stay at the table. We're going to miss the Death Altar again. Oh well. Someday I'm going to go there. I still haven't gone there yet. I completed Morning's End Part 2, but I still have yet to make any death runes. So, we'll see. Eventually. But anyway, yeah, so we just make another inventory. We're taking up these Guardian fragments. We want some elemental energy, so let's go to the Water Altar instead, or the Water Guardian instead. So in general, every 100 points gets you 1 reward point after the minigame's over. So we're going to go ahead and do some elemental so that way we can keep these numbers pretty even. When you pull from the reward pool at the end of the game, it takes 1 catalytic and 1 elemental energy, or whatever, one catalytic and 1 elemental energy point to pull from the reward guardian down here. So you want to keep those numbers pretty even, because if you have 7 catalytic and 1 elemental, you're only going to get 1 reward when you have 7 catalytic energy. So that's going to matter. So mind runes are catalytic, so we're going to get our catalytic guardian stones. I didn't drop the water runes. It's my bad. This is a pretty crappy run that I'm giving you guys for the first mission here, but that's just because I'm kind of trying to do both here. I'm kind of trying to explain and go a little slow. But yeah, so in general, you just go here, 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 and anytime the portal pops up, you're going to want to go to the portal. So I don't know, I'm pretty fond of this game. It gives you a fair amount of runecrafting experience points. I've seen like maybe anywhere from 5 to 10,000, depends on like how well I do. Okay, so I'm gonna try to hit that portal after this altar. I'm not even gonna go to the guardian first. I'm just gonna run straight to the portal. And if we miss it, we miss it, because we're kind of cutting it close. I want to show you guys at least once what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna run straight to the portal right when I get out of here. Come on. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. That's okay. Okay, so we're gonna, same thing, give to the guardian, place ourselves, and then come back here and do it again. We only have 16, so this will probably be our last inventory before we go mine. This is not a great game. This really isn't a great game. I might have to make another like cut of the first. I don't know. No, you know what? We'll just go with this. But anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're just going to do this kind of over and over again. We don't really have any more essence, so you can come over here and you can mine from these guardian parts. It gives you less, but it's closer than going all the way down the stairs and mining and then coming all the way back upstairs. So you can mine like a full inventory's worth of essence, so in this case 24, and then I can make them into those blocks, and then we can turn those into runes and so on. So yeah, so we're gonna make them into thing here. I guess we'll go for 200 each. Usually I get around 300 elemental and 300 catalytic, so I think we'll just do like one more elemental inventory and then just see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. It's fire and death. I missed the death altar again, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get it eventually. Air is fine. It's just less XP, because air runes are pretty simple. Alright, so we got 25 there. We're going to go feed the guardian. And we're going to place it. Now we have about 200 of each. I think that's good enough, but we'll just, we want to keep playing so that we can help out our teammates. So one thing you can do... Oh, here we go. Portal. Perfect. Perfect timing. So you go in the portal, and you can mine these huge guardian remains, and it's just going to straight up give you these guardian essences instead of giving you the fragments. So I can just go straight from here right into one of the altars. And it's going to even put us close to the altars too, see? So I can go to the Chaos altar here pretty quick and just run over to the altar and do my rune crafting. Which is just so much quicker because you spawn right in front of the altars instead of starting right at the front like right now. So now we're going to feed the Guardian again, and that's probably going to be our last one. We're at 98% charge. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you just kind of go through, and there you go. So that's it. We've crafted our Chaos runes. Now we can just get ready for the next round. Notice that the music has changed, so, we did it. Yeah, the rift has been closed. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We're probably going to get 2 reward points for each. Yeah, see, 2 and 2. This is just showing me because of Rune Light. RuneLite is a great, you know, client if you want to use it. If you don't use it, that's totally fine. It's not required or anything, but it definitely helps you like kind of measure your progress in the game and how it's going. So we'll do another game. We'll just kind of like see how it goes. You know, it's always good to like kind of watch and learn, I guess. I've kind of developed this strategy to get about 300 points per game, so 3 reward points in each catalytic and elemental. It's not a guarantee, like you guys just saw, but you know, usually I do pretty well. I get 3 and 3, so you know, 4 or 5 games an hour. That's about 15 or so points. So we're just gonna do upgrade the mining. You don't really need to do that, but no reason not to, right? So 3, 2, 1, and mine. So now we just sit here and hopefully get 200 points by the time the timer starts to like start the game. 200 again is just kind of like basically 8 full inventories of Guardian essence, and then yeah, it's usually 4 and 4 makes 300 for each. So we'll see. And that's only like when you make it at the crafting table, because you know the portals pop up pretty often, and it's kind of like if you've ever been like on the street and you catch a bunch of green lights in a row. So it's the same thing here. Like if you're on the right sort of time, then you end up getting every portal at the right time. I usually think that the best time to do the portal or go to the portal is after you've given the Guardian stuff and before you're crafting. So if you, or like if you just finish up rune crafting and then you get teleported back, if you have enough time, you can run to the Guardian, give him this stuff, place your cell on one of the tiles, and then hit the portal before it disappears. But you're not going to want to have anything in your inventory because it's just like a full inventory of Guardian essence. So, you know, you don't want to like have a cell take up a space when you haven't deposited it yet. It's kind of just a waste of points. So, yeah, you pretty much just... Some people leave here around 160 points. I usually just stick around until 200. Because once you have 200 Guardian fragments, again, you just pretty much... You're not going to run out. You might run out at the very end of the game, but by that point you're kind of set. So we're almost done here. This is kind of the most boring part of this game, is just getting the fragments in the beginning. But I like the rest of it. It's pretty fun. It can change enough round to round where it like gets different. Plus the music is pretty nice. I like it. It's kind of like, it's not intense, but it's not intense. Okay, so we're gonna head right on over to the crafting table. That's where we're going to get started. We're going to ignore the currently active altars because there's not really anything that we can do there. So the next altars are usually the ones where we're going to pay attention. So it looks like we have Chaos and Earth. Chaos is closer to me, so I'm going to go to the Chaos one first. This is a good time probably to bring up too that like the more altars you can craft at, the more options you have in the game, because sometimes you can't necessarily always choose the catalytic option. So when you're like an earlier level, it's a good idea to like, what's the word? When you're an earlier level, it's a good idea to go for the catalytics whenever you can. So that way, like you can make sure you have enough catalytic points to sort of balance out your elementals, because most elemental runes are pretty early on unlockable. But like Death Rune was 65 and I just unlocked it. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get catalytics when you don't really have a high rune crafting level. I don't know if there's a rune crafting requirement level for this other than like the quest requirement to complete Temple of the Eye, but I just went the wrong way, sorry. It's kind of hard for me to focus on both of these, I'm going to be honest. Alright, so we come here. Now we're crafting our catalytic again. And boom. Sometimes if I have enough time, I drop it there and I try to click the portal. You can also just drop it when you get out. But yeah. Feed the Guardian. Feed the barrier. We're looking good over there. Everything is overcharged for the most part. So we can just start in our next inventory. Just keep going. You can also build these guardians here. So see how it says 10 out of 10 up at the top? So when you get those cells charged, you can come over here and you can assemble the guardians. That's why I had you bring the hammer and that's why I had you bring the hammer. So you can use the hammer to make a guardian. It gives you some rune crafting experience and I think some regular crafting experience. And you obviously need at least like all of them to be filled. The stronger the cell, like this is a medium cell, the stronger the cell, the stronger the guardian's going to be, so you can make up to an overcharged guardian. So if you see these numbers low, like 9 out of 10, somebody just made one. If you see like 4 out of 10 or something like that, that's bad. So you want to prioritize building the guardians because that means that you could possibly lose the game pretty quickly. So we obviously don't want that to happen. All right, I missed that one. Go over here. I'm probably gonna miss that portal. That's okay. I'm running a little slow this time, just because again, I'm letting myself get distracted. You know, because I'm talking a lot. Tommy talks a lot over here. T-Boggle talks a lot. But yeah, so let me just place this, come back over here. We're at 161 catalytic, so we're gonna want to focus on our elementals this time. So yeah, hopefully we get air, because air is just nice and close and quick, and we can kind of recover time a little bit. So we just got to finish up this inventory. All right, so it's looking like Earth is going to be what we're going to go for. I could hit the Cosmic again, but Cosmic has a pretty long runtime from the start of the portal to the altar. Most of the other ones don't take that long. Like this is like what, maybe 12 steps, 14 steps, something like that. But the Cosmic is definitely takes longer. So we're going to cash in at the Guardian, place our cell, drop our Earth runes because we don't need those. And then we're going to just do it again. Now we're at 122, 170. When you place the cell, you get a little bit of both. So I think when you place an overcharged cell, you get more points, which is always good. We like points. So we have the air altar here. I like the air altar and the body altar because of how close the altar is to the portal. To me, the points matter a little bit more than that extra like 20 or 30 experience points you're going to get from going to some of the more experienced altars. Because the thing that matters most is in this game is honestly the points that you get at the end of the game for your time and the experience points bonus at the end, because you get like 3,000-ish experience points at the end of each round of Guardians of the Rift if you guys win. So I would just focus on like getting the reward points rather than the experience points. You can of course always, if you want to, focus on like, you know, getting the most experience points from each rune crafting level. So you always try to go for like the most expensive in terms of like what gives you the most experience. But I just prefer to go to the altars that have the quickest like enter and exit time. So that way we can get as many points as we want. So here we're hitting the portal and we're just gonna mine those Guardian parts. Sorry, Guardian dude, but you know, thanks for the parts. And then once we have that, we can go back to the altars. We have blood for catalytic. I cannot make blood runes, so we're not even gonna bother going there. So we're gonna hit the earth altar. This one's kind of far, but it's like medium distance, I'd say. Compared to the fire altar is really far. You have to run really far to the fire altar, fire guardian, and then you have to run really far to the altar and then hit the portal again, so it takes a while. Nature is pretty close. So if you hit the nature guardian, the altar is right there. It's about the same distance as the body or the air altar. So that one's like the closest. So I do like that one. Whenever I can, I try to go there. We're pretty even again, 231, 231, so that's good. We have 10 guardians out. That's also good. I'm going to hit chaos just because it's closer to me than the fire one is. Fire one is great. It does give you an overcharged cell. The downside to that is that it's a lot of running. So you're going to run a lot. It's going to take longer. And you're going to miss out on maybe like 1 or 2 inventories if you keep doing fire and stuff like that. So beat the guardian, drop the chaos, place it, and then come over here. We have 1 more inventory of crafting. So hopefully we get another portal, because that would really suck if we had to start mining again. I think we could probably get 2 inventories of rune crafting done. I'm going to try to go for an elemental because when you place a cell, you get some catalytic too. So we'll see. Alright, I'll go to the body. The earth is far. When you hit the body altar, it's like right there. Look at that. It's like 5 or 6 squares. Not even. So super quick. I'm going to place it. I ran out of cells, and I also ran out of guardian fragments. So we're going to hope for a portal, and it doesn't look like one spawns. So, oh, there we go. Perfect. Got a portal. I'm going to grab some cells just on the way, just so that we have more to power up, because why not, right? So we have 334 now. I don't think we're going to get our elemental quota for the match, so we'll probably get 2 points and 3 points, but that's okay. Yeah. The elemental's water this time, so we're going to try to head over to the water altar. Water is like a good like mid-tier altar to go to because of, again, how close it is. It's like the same distance-ish from Earth. Maybe a little closer, actually, because it seems like it's a little quicker. It's also very bright. Who likes those bright colors, huh? So we're going to do that. That's probably going to be our last inventory, so that's fine. So I'll head to these altars just so you can see. Oh, I'm not even gonna make them. Oh, there we go. So I'll show you the fire altar just to show, like, for anybody who hasn't seen it. So this is what I mean here. So you have to go all the way up this hill to the fire altar, and then when you get to the fire altar, you pray it or charge at it or whatever. It gives you an overcharged cell, which is great, but then you have to run all the way down the hill, and then you're back here. And if you want to go to the fire altar, you have to run all the way from here all the way to over here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Guardians of the Rift. Yeah. So, once you leave the Guardians of the Rift minigame, it can be tough to get back in. So, you know, since we've earned, let's see, we've earned 5 rewards, because it's C5 and 6, so it goes with the smaller number. I'm going to pop out, and we're just going to check to see what we get. Could get lucky, you know? 5 points is 5 points. So yeah, you're just gonna come over here. You're gonna search the Guardian. I don't really know what the heck we're searching there. It's a little uncomfortable, but thanks, Guardian. We're gonna search you and see what we get. So hope for something good. So you can get a bunch of different runes. You have a chance for the pet, and yeah. So we got some death runes, some blood runes, some chaos runes, and some nature runes. So there's a bunch of different things you can get from it. This is the currency, the Abyssal Pearls. You can also get some stuff, like this is a catalytic talisman. So you can charge this. You can attune this to any one of the altars, and then you can use it to teleport to that altar. So you can just go like altar, bank, altar, bank. Like, that's pretty good. I don't know if it has charges or not. I've never actually used it. But yeah, you can also get these pouches here. From the minigame, so that's pretty sweet. And there's a chance you can get an abyssal needle. I think you use that to make an abyssal pouch or something. I don't remember exactly, but that's really good. And you can, of course, get the Raiments of the Eye set, which I have none of the outfit parts for. I'm trying to save up 400 pearls so that I can get the hat first, because that's the most expensive part, and it looks cool. So... We'll see. Hopefully we get there soon. All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for hanging out and doing some Guardians of the Rift. We didn't really get too much in the form of rewards, but that's okay. It is what it is. Sometimes you get really lucky and you get some good stuff. Sometimes you just get runes, and that's okay too. We did get some blood runes, so that was decent. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something, and yeah, let me know what you thought of the video down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already and you're interested in seeing more RuneScape content. And as always, I'll see you next time.